Okay, good morning, class. My name's Mrs. Lopez. Today I'm going to be your substitute. Miss Doherty had to leave, so she left me with some sub-notes, so we're going to go over that. So, first of all, we're going to get started. Can anybody tell me if they know who Sir Francis Galton is? No takers? That's cool. Okay? I'll start by telling you he is a British psychologist that was born between 1822 and 1911. One interesting fact about him is that he was the creator of the first weather map that we still use today. He coined the term, it's called eugenics, which is the movement for improving the human race by hereditary control. So what I need you to do is turn and teach with your student next to you.
So, what do you know?
Yeah, the first weather map and coined the term eugenics.
Yeah, eugenics.
Yeah, hereditary control.
Okay, so class.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have anybody that can tell me what eugenics means? Any takers? Any volunteers? How about Jake?
It is the movement towards hereditary genetic control.
Very good, very good. Okay, he also developed the phrase nurture versus nature, which you hear a lot about today. You know, is it the way how we're raised compared to, you know, what our parents gave us? Okay, another interesting fact is that he discovered that our fingerprints is a personal index, that each of us is unique to us, and he persuaded Scotland Yard to start using the fingerprinting system. And we still use that today. He was the first to use the survey for a method for data collection. So class, I need you to teach with your partner and discuss what type of surveys you've taken in your lifetime. We've all taken different types of surveys. Think about some surveys. You find them after you make telephone calls.
Survey.
Opinion.
Opinion survey. Business opinion survey.
No surveys.
Okay. Class.
Yes.
Thank you. What are some interesting surveys you've taken? I heard over here that the census. I didn't even think of that. I'm thinking surveys from, you know, do you prefer Coke or Pepsi? You know, what's your favorite animal?
I'm actually about to participate in the Nielsen rating surveys.
Awesome.
They contacted me and I agreed to do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Also, I forgot to tell, he earned his knighthood. He was knighted in 1909, so that's why we call him Sir Francis. He loved traveling. His favorite place was going to Africa. And as we get further through, you'll see why. In 1865, he started studying hereditary because of a book that was written by his cousin. And his cousin is Charles Darwin. So, I need you to turn to your neighbor and discuss who Charles Darwin is and what is he known for and what are his criticisms. Charles Darwin.
I don't know, I'm in third grade.
He did the thing off an island off of South America, I think.
Galapagos.
Galapagos, that's what it was.
Saw bird farms.
Okay, so class. Thank you very much. So, his true passion was studying the variations in human ability. He was convinced that superior qualities of humans was passed down from their offspring through hereditary. Based on his studies, he concluded that human mental abilities, behavior abilities, and your physical traits were no less different than the plant and animal differences based on Charles Darwin. That everything is strictly inherited. This sparked years of the eugenics movement where this called for methods for improving the human species by selective parenting. He went as far as to advocate human breeding, to restrictions for curtailing the breeding of feeble-minded people. okay, which his eugenics point of view was that superior mental, behavior capabilities, and physical health are advantageous to the individuals, but also to the society as a whole. So I want you to, in a minute, we're going to teach. I just want you to discuss with your partner how you feel about hereditary control. So ready, teach.
I like hereditary control. My mom actually married my dad based on his intelligence so she could have smart children.
Stay with her. I think it's a slippery
It's definitely a
slope.
slippery slope.
And while people, fertility clinics and things like that, new movement, single parents choosing.
Okay,
The other side.
Class. Class. May I have your attention, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. That's okay. But if we think about it, you go back, I think people have different ideas about hereditary and stuff, but I remember watching the movie Roots, and they would breed their slaves, they would get the big, nice, huge man slave and, find a woman because they were breeding them because they wanted nice young offspring that could carry on the tradition, that would be a hard worker, that would be big and strong and not small. And then, his favorite place, remember, was going to Africa. Well, he did a whole lot of studies in Africa. He went there. And his studies on African people, he said that they were 2 grades below Anglos in the normal frequency of mental ability. This gave claim to the scientific validation of their inferiority as well. My personal opinion, I'm wondering if that's what bred our, what's the word I want to use? I missed that. Are biased against blacks, because it happened, and here he's going, here are some studies that show, African Americans are 2 grades below. That's why, I'm wondering if that's how it began, why we treated them so poorly so far ago. He was the father of behavior genetics. For his ground-laying twin studies, he looked at identical and fraternal twins. So I need you, class, to teach each other the differences between identical and fraternal. Turn to your partner and teach.
Identical, look the same, fraternal.
And 1 egg, 2 eggs.